1.
Higgins, I'm sure, will feel he needs to counter-attack here. And just try and reduce that confidence that Mafflin clearly has been feeling this morning. Make him dwell on an error. But that's the beauty of Championship snooker. You've got the game itself, which is hard enough. You've got all the mind games as well in the background. The psychology, which makes it such a fascinating watch. Yeah, another sizable break for Selby, so he's put together 3 good frames there to lead 3-1 at the interval.
9. $16. 17.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think he knows he's got to make a counter-attack here, but if he could come out of this session at 2-all, he kind of still
24.
there hanging on, knowing that he's got an opportunity to get some frames under his belt. But if he lost this one and fell further behind, then he really, I think, would start to feel uncomfortable out there.
$25. $32.
Well,
33.
I'll make this the 5th black coming up.
Yes, should have been a 147 last night, shouldn't they, on this very side of the table with Steve Maguire. Looked, I thought he was, at one point, looked like he really was going to make one.
Well, Kurt Mafflin, of course, had a chance in the first round. Ended on 105.
I wonder if he's got any interest in continuing on the black here. I think if he runs this red through, we know. He's got a choice of playing with that or another one. I mean, I never understand with breaks, you know, you always say it wins 1 frame and you've got to look at the match context. But if the break prize is high, and we've had some huge break prizes here, then really maybe the answer is to go for them if the chance is on rather than win the frame.
$55,000 in total, 40,000 for the maximum, 15 for the high break. That's the prize.
It's a lot of money just to say, well, I'd rather just be sure of winning the frame, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Well, he's had 9 maximums, Higgins, never won at
48.
the Crucible. There's very few things he's never done in the game, but this would be the first for him.
Yeah, he's played that nicely, Dave.
49.
Well, Crucible maximums have been a rarity in recent years, haven't they? 2012. When you think the man who made it, Stephen Hendry, has been retired for since then, basically, all those years. No one's got near.
Well, I've only ever had 10, and they've been made by 6 different players.
That's not a good shot. Not a good shot at all. Be furious, actually, to hit that red on the way through. It wasn't, for him,
56.
that difficult looking a shot. Well, I suppose he could pop the red up and play back on the black, but he'd be enraged to finish there. But now maybe the winning of the frame comes right back into the equation as the most important thing. If you could pop this red in the middle, I think it'd be heading on the black. feeling he's not entirely given up the ghost here of getting it. If he's playing this red, he must have a chance if it goes in of getting on the black. It doesn't look a natural, but as you can see, the red goes. What'll happen to the cue ball? Well, we'll soon find out if the red's going in. We're right behind the line.
$57.
Wow. Wow. All of a sudden, in some ways, that bad shot, Dave, has helped him, because the reds are even better spread now than they would have been had he got on that red initially.
Yeah, this is a definite chance for John Higgins to add his name to that roll of honour, maximum break makers at the Crucible.
$64. $65.
Just looking at the two reds below and to the left of the pink, they're not as easy to get on as you might think they are. But once he pots one of them, the other one is, of course, exposed. So that'll be a test, perhaps. And you often find that players play onto reds into the middle pockets more in these circumstances, because then getting back for the black is fairly easy. I think John recognises that this is a proper chance. Well, he's played on that red to the middle, goodness me. And that would be one of the more difficult reds. This was a shot which
72.
brought everything back into the open.
$73.
Well, the frame is safe. That's the first thing which you always want to happen under these circumstances. I might play through the gap between the two reds here. Yeah, that's exactly what he's played, and it's absolutely perfectly
80.
judged. Come on, Ben, concentrate. This is quite important.
80.
Ben Williams, the referee, forgot to take the black out.
The other match is on the interval, so it's not the case that they stop playing. Remember Bill Werbeneck peeking round when Cliff Thorburn made the first maximum here in 1983.
81.
Well, surely the reason they stopped playing was because of the crowd possibly getting in the way, isn't it? Anyway, like you say, it's not relevant here. Now, the only thing I would say, Dave, is that the reds are kind of blocking each other off a little bit. You've got to get top side of a red. Oh, that's okay. That's fine. That's a perfect way to play it.
As I say, he's made 9 maximums.
88.
The most recent was at the 2018 Scottish Open in his native Glasgow.
89.
Top side of the next red, of course. He may have played a little cannon there, knowing that
96.
if he freed the red, it would be even better. I don't think he's delighted with the last shot. Gonna go twice across, I think. Doesn't want to be straight.
97.
He might have to play a red to the middle if he is. I think that's the case. And then, of course, it is the one way he's assured of having a shot at the red. So, probably as difficult a shot as they read into the opposite middle earlier in the break. This. Oh, he's got it, Dave.
105.
Brilliant.
What a chance now. Yeah, this is another excellent pod under pressure to keep the break going.
And again, you saw the extra he put into the shot just to make sure that he was above it, above the red,
112.
Which means getting onto the black is very much achievable. Next objective, an angle on the black to get on the yellow is absolutely essential here.
Yeah, a couple of key shots coming up for sure. John Higgins, one of the great pressure players in snooker history.
The pink is not on its spot because it never will be. When you think about it, it's never been potted, but it's so close to it. Usually the pink can be an issue later in a 147 attempt because it can be on a side cushion or near that. But it's absolutely perfect from black to yellow here. Screw up one cushion. Wow, this is serious stuff.
120.
He never made a maximum, you know, even in practice until after he won his first world title. Remember, he made his first at the Nations Cup in Reading.
122.
But if you make one at the Crucible, it's a desert island frame. It's one you never forget. 5 balls to go.
125.
Just a nice little angle in behind the blue, just off straight perhaps. Well, he hasn't got to use a cushion to get from blue to pink.
$129.
Oh, that is a delight. That's just where you want to be.
$134.
8 years it's been since Stephen Hendry made the last maximum here at the Crucible. His compatriot is 2 balls away.
Looks like you're going to play the run through of one cushion.
140.
It's a little bit further away from the black than he would like, but this is the one. What a moment.
Fantastic. John Higgins makes the 11th Crucible maximum.
Well done, John.
Cool as you like. A remarkable break by a truly remarkable champion. And look at that smile. That break, if no one equals it, is worth £55,000. A moment of history for John Higgins. He trails Kurt Mafflin 7-5 at the interval. Brilliant.